These are the 5 places spirits set up their altars. Now, take a few minutes and then finish watching this video. When you are done, make sure you comment and then you share. This is a great King Maharaj, the water spirit Messiah. My number is 054 WhatsApp me. Now, water chat. There are 5 places spirits set their altars in there. Number 1 is water bodies. Water chat. Remember, water carries ancient memories. For example, all the human race that had ever existed here on this earth, water spirit existed before those people and after those people. Why? Because the first generation, the first race of mankind, water spirit was there. Water spirit was watching everything that took place. Water spirit carries memories. Water spirit remember the past and then the present. Your forefathers, they were born into that village that you were born. Your ancestors, your forefathers, when they were living in that village, that water, that river, that stream, that lake, that sea, they were there. Your great grandfather, they have gone, they have died, they have been transitioned. Yet still, the water is still there. So the water over there carries memories, the lost memories. The water spirit carries all of them. Water chat. Water spirit carries memories, carries all the powers, all the communications. Beloved, respect water, for water carries high spirit. The oceans, the seas, the lakes, the streams, the rivers, the ponds, the dams, they carries ancient memories. So anytime you get closer to a water body, the water spirit remember you and even remember your past life. Because in your past life, that water was there in the village. Your past life, when you came into the family, all the things that you did in the family, that water still remembers. Today you have been reincarnated back to this earth again. So it is good that all the time you get closer to a water body. Make sure anytime you are visiting a water body, you make sure the environment is clean before you go there. Make sure you visit a water place where there is no juju rituals. No. Don't ever dare to any water body that people dump in juju rituals, that kind of filthy things in there. Do not ever visit those places because such waters has been polluted. Such waters has been possessed by evil, unclean spirit. So if you are watching me, you are looking for a place to go for a meditation, to go for a chanting, to go for affirmation, the best place to go is near a water body. It can be a river, lakes, sea, ocean, dam, ponds. Visit such places and then sit down quietly. Relax your mind. Always you are inside your room. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Get out of the room and then go out there. Go out. Go out. Go and visit near the water bodies. That water body in your village, go there, pay a visit to the water body, and stop visiting your family members. The current beautiful state of your life. When your family member they see you in this current beautiful state of your life, they are going to envy you. They are going to sabotage against you spiritually. So anytime you go to your hometown, make sure you go to the water body there first before you do whatever you want to do. This is my advice to you. And when you are going, make sure you carry a gift. A gift can be apples, chocolate, toffees, biscuits. Get all these items, perfumes, white powder. Go there, speak over it, leave it slowly, respectfully into the water. Don't leave it into the water violently. No, leave the gift after making your affirmation. Speak over it confidently. Relax your mind, close your eyes, breathe in and out 7 times. Speak over the gift, leave it into the water. The water spirit in that water will respond to your request. So number 1 is water. I'm saying 5 places spirits set up their altars. Number 1 is water. Now, into bracket, the most sensitive water body in the world is Dead Sea. The whole world, the most sensitive water body is the Dead Sea. They call it Dead Sea because it contains too much salt, and no any animal can live in that water. And that water is located in between Israel and then the Jordan. Israel and then the Jordan. Dead Sea. That doesn't mean that sea is dead. No, rather, it contains a lot of salt than all the seas or oceans in the world. Sometimes when you are swimming, it brings you to the surface of the water. So this Dead Sea is the most sensitive water body in the whole world. Now, next is forest. Number two is forest. Number two is forest. Don't joke with forest. There are spirit forces, primordial spirit, nature spirit, deities, gods. They live in the forest. They live in the forest, especially the big trees. Have you ever heard the name virgin forest? Have you ever heard virgin forest before? When we say a virgin forest, it means a forest that hasn't been touched by a humans. A virgin forest. And the whole world, the most virgin forest is Amazon forest. It's located at South America. Places like Peru, Venezuela, Guyana, all these places. They produce 30% of the world oxygen. The Asian spirit, they live in this deep forest. Most of the trees in this forest, they are a home to the spirit. You may see the tree as tiny, but beloved, it carries the spirit forces. They live in the forest, they live in the trees. That is why sometimes you can see this fetish priest, the traditionalists. They will use a white robe, white fabric to surround or to clothe the tree. And then they will begin to offer sacrifices to these trees. There's a powers in the trees. The spirit in the trees, they have high percentage in the human body. Those spirits of the forest or in the trees, they have a link with the human body. That is why we have what we call the tree of life. The tree of life is within inside this body. And the tree of life is your spinal cord. Tree of life. The tree of life is your placenta. The tree of life is your placenta. When you look at the shape of the placenta, when a woman gives birth, what carries along the baby, supplies oxygen for the child, is what we call the placenta. It's a life forces between the mother and the child. It's a spiritual antenna, spiritual rope. It's like a silver cord between the body and then the spirit. The same way the tree of life is also the same as the mother and the child. Beloved, trees carries a spirit. Never joke with the trees. That is why spiritually, physically, we use them for healing. Why is it that when someone is possessed with bad spirit, the moment we use certain herbs to cleanse that person, that evil spirit runs out away from the person? It means there's a power in the plant. Therefore, there are certain spirit beings. They have set up their altars in the forest. You can call them dwarfs. You can call them dwarfs. But I don't see them as a dwarfs. They are not dwarfs. They are a nature spirit. They are powerful than even what we call dwarfs. The next place a spirit dwells is mountains. Mountains, the God of mountains, God of mountain, spirit of the mountains. Mountains are the highest altars of spirit of the air. Those spirits connect to the air forces. Mountains are their altars. Mountains are their thrones. Mountains are their homes. That is why when you go to the Asia, the India, in between India and China, there is a country called Nepal. They worship the mountains. Why? Because their ancestors had encounter with the angels or spirit of the air on top of the mountains. Those spirits assisted them, possessed them, revealed to them the mysteries of the mysteries. They are the ancient keepers of the red gate. They are the ancient keepers of the red gate. The Buddhists, they worship the mountains. So the world biggest mountain is Mount Everest. All the sages, the magis, the prophets, the sorcerers, the witches, the high priestess, the monks, the gurus, soothsayers, magicians, agueros, we all travel to the east and worship before the great altar of the air, that is Mountain Everest. So every year we travel all the way to the east to worship Mount Everest because we believe that the whole world, the heavenly beings, they have set their altars in there. So if you want to communicate with the spirit of the air, mountains are the best places. You can go there and then connect with your element. Mountains, mountains is where the gods of fire they dwells. Gods whom are fires, they dwell in the mountains because the mountain is made up of volcano reaction, the lava, the hot lava. Lava is a womb of the mother earth. The earth core produces the lava. The earth is reproducing. The earth is bringing souls into the human life, human realm. Anytime there's a volcano reaction, it means the womb of the earth, the deep of the earth, that fire, liquid fire coming out, they are the souls of the earth. Mother Earth is bringing those souls into human realm. She's bringing her children onto the earth. So after a result, or as a result of the volcano eruption, mountain is being created. Those mountains are the result of the volcano. They carry spirit. They carry ancient memories also because your ancestors had a footprint. Your past life has a footprint on the earth. In the ancient, you walk on the barefooted. It has a print, your foot printed on the earth. So the mother earth knows who you are. The mountains know who you are. They know better than you do. Therefore, we worship the mountain gods because this earth belongs to them. The mountain and then the earth, they are the same. The mountains are the masculine husband, or the mountains is a husband to mother earth. Mother earth is a feminine. Mountains carries masculine energies. It is the mother earth that gave birth to the mountains. They are connected. You can't separate them. So mountains is also a place where spirit forces set up their altars. That is why when you read the Christian Bible, anytime God of Israel coming out of the heavens, he made it to Moses. Meet me at the mountaintop. Meet me at the mountaintop. Meet me at the mountaintop. Meet me at the mountain Sinai. Meet me at the mountain Horeb. For there I will communicate with you face to face. Oh my goodness, this is a great King of Maharaj. The spirit from the heavens communicated with Moses on top of the mountains. For that reason, many Christians had believed that traveling to Atria Mountains will connect you to the Spirit of God. It is true. But the same way, in the Atria Mountains, there are evil spirits also dwells in there. So you call yourself a child of God and you want to search places for prayers or whatever, and your spirit is not pure. You are not pure in heart. You are not clean. You might attract to this evil spirit. The same way when you go there, you have a clean heart. You are a very hygienic person. You are a very clean person. You attract a good spirit. So be careful. Anytime you visit these places that I've mentioned, there is a positive and a negative energies in there. Looking for someone to work with. Now, 4 is graveyards. Graveyards. Remember, we have talked about the water, we have talked about the forest, we have talked about the mountains. Now, cemeteries or graveyards. 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 Graveyards are the one of the most powerful places spirit dwells. Most of these spirits are ghosts. Most of these spirits are ghosts. And most of these spirits are spirit forces who have unresolved issues on this earth. There are some certain spirits, they have been abandoned out of their territory and then throw them into cemetery yard. Because it is believed that in the cemetery yard, that is where spirit of grievous, spirit of grief, sorrow, stress, depression dwells. Graveyards is a home of a packed souls. Some of the souls, they are there, they are bleeding, they are crying because they have unfinished mission before they were killed. Some people died through car accident. Some people died through poison. Some people died through abortion. Some people died through hunger. Some people also even commit suicide. All these people, beloved, they are crying. Their soul is bleeding. Their soul is, going through a whole lot of uncomfortable life. So they are a spirit living in those graveyards. They are looking for someone to possess. They are looking for someone to possess so that they will go and then play revenge against the one who slaughtered them or who unlike them. Beloved, graveyards. If someone tells you, let's go to graveyards to perform the rituals, beloved, you are doomed forever. You are watching me. You're a man, you're a businessman, you're a businesswoman. You are being told, let's go to cemetery, graveyard, and then perform rituals. Don't go. The moment you pay a visit to graveyards, afterwards, you are going to see a signs that you have been attacked. One, emotional challenges. Any little thing that you are angry. Any little thing that you are angry. Any little thing you are angry. Today, you are happy. Tomorrow, you are sad. Spirit of ghosts, wandering spirit are around you. You're having migraines here and there, headache pains, because that spirit is shouting, shouting, shouting over your soul because they are living in their home and then you went there to perform your rituals. So that ritual that you perform, you have opened the portal for them to pass through and then walk with you. This spirit are filthy spirit. This spirit are unclean spirit. This spirit are poor. Yes, if you give them privilege, they will rather destroy your everything. So please be very mindful when you are going to a graveyard. Now, I'm sure there's one thing that will lead you to a graveyard. That is by paying a last respect to someone. That is funeral. Funeral, beloved. It is through funeral that sends people to their graveyards. So please, anytime you go to a funeral, make sure you go through a cleansing process. Let me ask you, the last time you went to a funeral, did you purify yourself? The very last time you went to a funeral, you went and paid homage to someone, your beloved one, your friend, your parent. Did you cleanse yourself after the funeral? You didn't. And all these bad energies, remember, see, funeral ground are the most dangerous places, one of the most dangerous places that you are easily to attract negative energies into your life. Funeral places are one of the most dangerous places that when you go, you attract sorrow because that place is a full of darkness. It's a full of sorrow, depression, stress, sicknesses, pain, aggressive, revenge. So the moment you pay a visit to funerals and then after move to a graveyards, beloved, bad luck, misfortune will follow after you. So please be very careful. Graveyard, cemetery are the altars of unwanted souls or a sorrowful souls. So be very careful when you are paying a visit to graveyard. In case you accidentally pass across a graveyard, make sure that you go through a cleansing process. When you contact me, I'll teach you about everything about cleansing process. This is a great King Maharaj, the water spirit Messiah. And then finally, temples, shrines, or churches. Number 5 is temples, churches, and then shrines. I told you there are 5 places that spirit dwells or spirit set up their altars. Number 1 is water body, 2 mountains, 3 forests, 4 graveyards, 5 spiritual places. 1 is temples, shrines, churches, or any place where a group of people had gathered to perform rituals. That particular moment become a holy ground. Now, let me give you an example. When you read the Christian Bible or the Jewish Bible, it says the Spirit of God appears before Moses on the mountain in the form of a flame of a fire. So when the Moses saw the flames of the fire of God, Moses heard a voice out from the flames telling him, Moses, remove your sandals, for where you are standing is a holy ground. The question is, was it that spirit that appeared there that makes the ground holy, or the land was actually holy by itself? The answer is, it is because of the spirit that appeared that very moment, the whole place has become a holy. Therefore, Moses must pay a respect to that particular place. So there afterwards, that place was dedicated to the God of Israel. An altar was being set up in there that all the children of Moses, they always go there and then chant, recite the Jewish scriptures. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad. Kol Hadibarim, Ashadiba, Adonai Nashe. Kol Hadibarim, Ashadiba, Adonai Nashe. Kol Hadibarim, Ashadiba, Adonai Nashe. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Hel Meleka Olamini, Asher Kishenu, Bemit Votav. Then they chant, call upon the God of Israel, beloved. They set that place as a sacred place. Now, moving to the next one. You remember when Yeshua HaMashiach, Christ, Jesus, was on top of the mountain, chanting, calling upon the principalities, the powers of the air, commanding the evil forces of Jerusalem to surrender unto his feet. The Bible says, the spirit of Angel Gabriel, the spirit of Moses, yes, the spirit of Moses and the spirit of Elijah, the spirit of Moshe, the spirit of Eliyahu, Rabbeinu Moshe's spirit was there. They descended from the heaven realms, appeared before Christ. And then Peter arose from sleeping, saying, Master, Master, I saw 2 angels. One looked like this, one looked like that. From today henceforward, we are going to set this place as a holy place. Peter said to Christ that this place we will use it as a tabernacle, a place that we are going to use it to worship the God of Israel. Now, moving back to Africa, many of the African spiritual places There's an ancient event, ancient spiritual event that took place, and that place was being dedicated to that spirit. Every spiritual place where the altar is, there is a legacy, there is a history behind why they set up that altar. There's a main reason why that altar was being set there. Something is in there, positive and then negative. Do you know that some of these juju evil spiritualists, some of them are very wicked to the extent that they act like inhuman. They act and think, reason like inhuman. Some of them, when they are setting up their altar, they can even unalive someone and then bury that person at that place. And then they set up their evil altar there. They bury someone underneath their altar, thinking they will be able to bind that person's soul and then send or use that person's soul as a messenger. So they'll be able to send that person to go and do rituals for someone. Beloved, that is why I always advise water children. Most of evil fetish places, beloved, they are evil, highest evil, wicked. Any spiritual place, they shed blood. Do not shed the blood of the animal, because the blood of the animal carries life. There are so many ways to kill a cat, but to shed the blood is not accepted. Blood carries fire. Blood carries ancient DNA system. The one who gives and the one who receives. Mother Nature will ask you. You will never be able to give a tangible reason. So please, if you are watching me, you are a young spiritualist coming, don't ever involve yourself into animal blood rituals to any disgusting filthy altar. If you're a man of God, you have been facing spiritual attacks. Therefore, you are facing challenges. So sometimes you feel like, maybe let me try unalive animals to some spirit. Maybe my life will change for better. No, you are rather worsening the case. If you want spiritual powers, visit the great King Maharaj. Thank you for watching this video. May the great Holy Mother of the Waters be with you. This is the great King Maharaj, the Water Spirit Desire. If you have been touched by the message of this video, please share the video, like, and then comment.